Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my divine flame. I keep saying divine flame, I mean divine union, transformative love story between the divine feminine and masculine, right? This is my own personal twin flame transformative love story, by the way. So I'm just burning some sage. So for that reason, ooh, that was a you don't want to see, there was like a bug. I was like, ooh. Okay, so for that reason, just let the sage burn in the background. Um, I have these two oracle messages here to kind of govern the read. I designed this spread. By the way, if you are looking for personal reads, I am on fire right now. I am getting locked and loaded with the bookings. I'm thinking that you might need to get one. So this is a custom spread that I've designed for the twin flame. Okay, so if you want your twin flame journey read, check the description box below and you'll be able to reach me. Okay, so jumping right into this, if it resonates with you, you can also share. I know I got that lighter there. So, share your twin flame in the comments. Share your journey with us. Um, okay, so back to what I was saying. So I already pre-laid and studied the cards and laid them out, and so we're just gonna jump right into it. I don't want to be too long because it takes forever to upload these things, you guys. So either way, we have these two beautiful oracle cards from the Inner Goddess Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. This one is when darkness surrounds you, be the light. So you are the light, okay? Well, I am the light, but I'm sharing whoever's watching this with you. So you are the divine, if you're a divine feminine, you're the light as well. And then Starborn, okay? So I read the messages out of the book. I'll just share you a quick synopsis. What I read from these intuitively is a biblical scripture. Matthew, I wrote it down. Matthew 5:13-16. The salt and light of the world. You are the salt and light of the earth. Okay, I've read that scripture hundreds of times. It's one of my favorite scriptures. So here's the salt, the star. Okay. We are meant to illuminate divine feminines out there. We are meant to resonate with a lot of different spirits in our lifetime. Okay? Because we're the light. We are meant to lead and transform and inspire others as well, divine feminine. It's feminine. I be talking so fast. I need to speak a little slower, but I just, like I said, be in a race for time because I have so many reads and I just wanted to squeeze this one in because this is a personal read and I didn't want too much lag time between the first one because this is episode 2 of Tower to Ascension. Again, it's my own transformative twin flame love story. Doesn't necessarily mean we're going to be together in the 3D. So I read for the 5D and translate it to the 3D as a transformative message of where I need to work on myself. Okay. All right. So we're going to jump right in with the first position. Okay, let me just explain to you the setup. So the left side is the healing in the 3D. So this is the worldly physical body, the flesh healing process. And this is the spiritual awakening, the rebirth, okay? So with that being said, and like I said, I'm doing these spreads. This is a $111 spread that I'm going to be doing, and you'll get oracle messages as well with it. If you're divine feminine, I'll probably pull from this oracle deck. And if you're masculine, I probably will pull from the Crystal Mandala oracle deck, also by Alana Fairchild in your read. But it's 11 cards, 5 for the healing, which 5 represents change, and 5 for spiritual awakening. Okay, and I can tell you exactly what's going on here. So we'll jump right in with the healing side. And then what's so funny is that, when I designed the spread and the positions, the healing represented blockages. So these are all the blockages, but I broke it down as to the areas of blockage. So this is the first area of blockage, which is emotional, the emotional blockage, right? So the way I'm going to read this spread is like left to right, left to right, left to right, as we compare each position. So the first position in the healing side is the emotional blockage. So I believe this is my energy. This 7 of Pentacles is representing a wait on return, just waiting on something to happen, right? And that's what is causing this emotional blockage in my healing. Okay, the divine feminine's healing. Okay, that emotional blockage that when you want something so bad, but you know it's not good for you, but you're still waiting on the return so that you can have that closure. Okay, so that's what the emotional blockage is waiting on that closure. Okay, and then to the right, when we talk about the spiritual transformation, the awakening, the rebirth, the first position is what divine feminine wants to see from the divine masculine's rebirth. What is she hoping for? Well, in this position, she's hoping for him to make a choice, for him to surrender his love and to surrender his fears and just to surrender everything, all the blockages that are keeping him from making this choice. And that's what she's waiting on. That's the closure she's waiting on, his definitive choice. Because in the 3D, there looks like there's been a choice already been made. But in the 5D, she's still waiting on him to, she knows where he's at in the 5D, right? So she's so sure on it that she's waiting on it in the 3D for that surrender of the love that he's withholding from her. Okay, so that's the first position. The second position is in the healing is logical block. So this is like what's blocking your intellect, what's blocking you from, making good decisions. Well, this weakness that the weight is causing the divine feminine, or the divine masculine. So this, it's causing the divine feminine to be weak, actually. But it's a weakness that the divine masculine has in making choices. Okay, so he's not making good choices, so therefore it's causing this state of divine feminine being stuck in waiting on him to make the right choice, right? So that's his logical blockage. Okay, and I know that this is him. This is a Leo card, but I just know, because like I said, this is my own transformative read, so I just know it's him. Just take my word for it. Okay. Moving on to compare to the second position of the healing, the second position of the spiritual awakening is a divine masculine. What does he want to see in the rebirth, or what comes of the rebirth from the divine feminine? He wants to see her remove her self-doubt and learn from her lessons. I'm sorry, I always forget to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so you might hear some text messages and notifications. I don't know. Let me see if I can do it now. No, we won't worry about it. Anyway, so, but yes, so you have the divine masculine who is hoping that she can come out of this divine feminine, the divine masculine is hoping that the divine feminine can come out of this place of self-doubt and not relinquishing the past, and not allowing the past to stay where it should be. He knows that she's going to focus on the past hurts and the past failures, and that's going to be a challenge. Okay, so that is the second position, and how that kind of maps up with this Judgment card in reverse. These two are like kind of the same energy sources. Like you have weakness is the opposite of strength, so Strength card in reverse, and then not making a decision is the opposite of Judgment, right? Or just having reservations. Okay, so that self-doubt, when you put these together, if this is representing the divine masculine, and this one represents the self-doubt of the divine feminine, right? Then he wants her to change her way of thinking about him and how she has made him weak, and how he has made her weak, and vice versa, really. Like he doesn't want her to focus on that. Okay, it could be a bit of deception in that, because if you have the strength card in reverse, I believe it also can signify deceptive measures. Just pulling the wool over somebody's, the veil over someone's true vision of what the reality is. See how she's holding that lion towel or blanket up in front of her, like she's guarding or veiling something, hiding something in secrecy. So, but that's his energy. And then this would be my energy, the divine feminine, with the self-doubt and lack of learning from experiences. So maybe that's why I'm still waiting, because I haven't learned from this lesson as of yet, this karmic lesson from this divine twin flame, from this divine union. But again, in the first episode, I mentioned that we were married in the 5D. And those types of twin flame evolutions are not of this lifetime. They're of multiple lifetimes from what I'm learning. And so there's a lesson to be learned here that travels on to the next lifetime, and so on and so forth until that lesson is complete. Okay, so I don't know. I'm learning as we go along as far as where the stage is in the lesson. At this point, I believe that the stage is in the final spiritual awakening before the materialization of the 5D comes to the 3D, if it ever comes to the 3D, right? I mean, that's what divine feminine seems to hope for, is that choice that she's waiting on him to make so she can recoup her losses. And, she wants to not for him not to be in a state of fear and weak-minded thinking and making bad decisions, because she wants him to be the victor of, restoring her self-doubt, you know what I'm saying? Because he kind of put it there, right? So she wants him to surrender. So either way, she wants him to make that choice to kind of fix what he has broken. All right, so going on to the third position in the healing. Okay, so we have this financial blockage. So this is the 6 of Wands in reverse, okay? And what's blocking you right now? I'm talking to myself, sorry, because I'm reading to myself, so I have to tell myself, so that I'm not confused, because that divine feminine thing, I know I'm the divine feminine, but I'm recording, so, you know what I'm saying? Got to let myself know you're the divine feminine, but it's kind of hard to keep saying divine feminine, the DF, the baby mama. All right. Anyway, in the third position, we have what's blocking my financial growth right now, right? What's in the healing process. To me, wealth and health and all of that goes together. Okay, it's hand in hand. You can't make money if you're not in a healthy space. You can't have a healthy space without attainment, right? And so this is a representative of that fear of getting to the brink of which I also had in the Virgo read, and I'm a Virgo. I had that last week in the Virgo read. So check out my other videos as well, because they're really good. I'm getting better and better as we speak. Okay, so so my self-fear and self-doubt. Well, self-doubt was the other card, but in combination with this fear. I'm sorry, you guys are hearing all of that again, but in combination with this fear that's holding me back, it's keeping me from really getting to the bag, because I might be like that close to getting the bag, and then I get scared. Oh my God, the bag is right at the door. Oh my God, is this legal? You know what I'm saying? That's where we at. All right. So I know that this is my energy as well, because I know I didn't have to look up, this is a Virgo, and it doesn't matter, because I know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I know who I'm reading for. I know what I'm reading about. So again, this is my own personal twin flame journey that I am exposing to the world, honey. Just as an example, an exemplification of, what twin flame, the power of a twin flame union, and especially one that's unionized in the 5D. Like, there's different types of soulmates. I mean, there's let's get with it. Like, go study the dimensions. And then 5D dimensional love is like love. It's like the love of the Bible. Like, you got to take, look that up too. 1 Corinthians 13, chapter 13, the biblical definition of love. If you don't know it already, love is patient, love is kind. It's everything, right? It's so forgiving. It doesn't even see no wrongdoing. It doesn't doubt. It's enduring. It's healing, right? So with this being in the third position as what is financially blocking, and that's that fear of holding back, right? It's like that fear of, I can attain all that the world has to offer, but if I'm not in this union, I'm gonna keep pulling myself back because I don't want to get to the finish line without them. Like, right? It's that energy, right? So that's what's financially blocking you and blocking you from your healing divine feminine. That's what's keeping you from growing financially because you don't want to get to the finish line by yourself. It was intended for you to get to the finish line by yourself. This twin love flame you in, it's really a lesson, baby. See the lesson, feel the lesson, connect to the lesson so that you can overcome from the cycle of not being who you were meant to be, the salt and light, the salt and light of the world. Okay, this is the light. This is the star, baby. You're meant to be a star. Okay, you can't let these little, this is small things to a giant. Can't let nothing like love hold you back. Because love, if it's love that's meant in the 3D, it was already worked out in the 5D, and there's no effort. It's automatically attainable. It's like it was divine connection, so you don't have to do anything. It's already going to be had. It's preordained, right? You ain't got to have all these functionings. All you got to do is be the light and the star, okay? The light and the salt of the earth, and all of the other transformation and the healing and the spiritual awakening, the rebirth will occur. And so all of the abundance is within that spiritual awakening. It's within that healing. It's within that evolution of going from a human being to a light being. Okay? This is what you needed. You needed this shakeup of love in the 5D. True love in the 5D, right? Spiritual love. Because spiritual love is the only thing that really is the seed of spiritual awakenings. Okay? Hatred and destruction and sabotage will lead to a spiritual transformation, but a spiritual awakening can only be done with love. Period. The loss of a love, or even you can gain a love and be spiritually awoken and enlightened by the connection of that love. You can lose that love and be awakened by the tower moment that caused your love to destruct, or the fact that you self-destructed the love in the 3D. But what's meant in the 5D cannot be changed. You can cord cut, you can do rituals, you can do a seance, it wouldn't even matter. It's going to stay. If they're still around you in the 3D, then it's going to manifest itself over and over and over again as a cycle until you learn. Okay? You will die loving this person will die loving you. That's what twin flame is, whether you are together or not. So let me jump back into the read. So we have what I say it's the 6 of Wands, this fear that's holding you back from your bag, divine feminine, right? And then we have in the spiritual position, we have what this union is. Okay, what type of union is this? What is the rebirth of this union? Okay. And again, I designed this spread. So I'm looking at the questions and I'm like, okay, well, this is a turbulent love. This looks a little rough around the edges right here. You know, this don't look too comfortable. Change never is, honey. Divine change, divine unionship is never, ever easy. It evokes change. It evokes growth. That, you know, when you grow as a little kid, you get those growing pains. That's this. It's that growing pain type of love. No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain, no. You won't gain anything in the 3D if you don't allow your spirit to be broken down and rebuilt. Okay? This is the breaking down of that spirit. That spirit of waiting and wanting desperately for what you want of the situation, for your expectations to be met. Right? I'm speaking to the divine feminine, in case y'all out there. Let me know. You can comment. You can tell me what you're feeling. Maybe you're going through the same thing. I actually spoke to a friend tonight that said she was going through the exact same thing. So you gotta be going through this if you're a divine feminine. No, I'm just joking. Or it might be similar. So just share your journey with us. Maybe we can learn something from it. I'm learning something from this. I'm learning something from other people's twin flame journeys that I'm reading in comments all over YouTube. Sharing is caring. We can help each other evolve, people, and then the world will be a much better place. Okay, so back into what I was saying, the fear of, the fear that's holding you back from your financial bag, right? From the bag. And then the turbulent, overwhelming, overly passionate, fiery love that destroys at the same time. That's rough around the edges at the same time. The thug passion. Ow! That thug passion right there, y'all. That's that twin flame thug passion. Okay, so now we got, I need a drink after this shit. Woo! Okay, so here we go with the, that's a good idea. I might get some wine because I got like 3 more spreads. I'm telling y'all, get y'all privates. Get y'all, not y'all privates, y'all personals. I call them privates because they private videos, but I'll send you a link through YouTube. It'll be awesome. You'll love it. And I can do this exact same spread, 11 card spread, some oracle cards thrown in, and some clarifiers if need be. We're not going to clarify this spread because it's my spread. So I know I don't need to clarify it. And sometimes I will. But right now I'm good. I know it's really sad. Wait till we get to the ending. You'll see. This episode is a little bit sad, and often twin flame love stories are sad because they're so transformational. It's like, oh, like The Notebook, like just when they got it together, they died together on the same bed. But the sweetness in that story was that they died together, right? Even though it was sad, it was fucking sad. Seeing old people dying in love. Okay. But they never actualized it in the 3D when they were younger, right? That's the whole point. That's a twin flame story. Notebook. Look it up if you haven't seen it yet. It was my daughter's favorite story. Anyway, favorite movie, actually. Okay. Back to what I was saying. So here we go. Because I'm just channeling movies and stuff like that. We're in the 4th position on both sides. And I just pulled both of them out because we're into 22 minutes. And like I said, longer video, longer uploads. So I'm trying to keep them below 30 minutes. But in the 4th position, on the healing side, we have the physical block, right? So he's stalling. The divine masculine is stalling on moving forward and changing direction and going towards this place of calm and peace. He's kind of keeping it, in this state purposely, right? And then you have my energy. I know it's my energy because it's a focused drive. She's watching the bag. She's like, I already know. I can't be letting this block the bag. I got to get to the bag. The bag is what's going to make me empowered. That's what divine masculine is saying, but she's still distracted. See, her eyes is not totally on the bag. It's not totally on the chips. She like, I got to get this guap. And I'm almost there. It's coming full circle. But I don't want to get to the finish line without this joker. He over there got me stuck. When I could have my 10 of Pentacles by now. That's what feminine is thinking, right? Or me. However you want to call it. You can put a name on it. I'm just not going to tell you. My Diselysia. Okay. And my twin name is none of your fucking business. Funny. I'm too funny. Anyway, so we have that. What does the rebirth bring? Did I say that already? That's what I didn't tell you what this position was. My position was, what does the rebirth bring? Okay, so it's hard work, regaining your focus on the bag and looking for the reward from self, from your own work ethic, right? Okay, well, me. Speaking to the divine feminine that are also going through the same or similar type of journey of not actualizing their twin flame in the 3D and having to accept it. So that's what the lesson is here. We're learning how to accept it together. At least you're not alone. I'm here. You found a new friend that's going through the same thing you're going through. Look at that. Anyway, so now we have the 5th position of healing, which is the spiritual block, right? And I told y'all that this was the physical block For the divine masculine, he's not physically moving forward. Okay. Well, this is the spiritual block. Okay. This also represents him. Okay. And it is immature energy because he's younger than me. And instability because that's all he could really offer me. Right? In the 3D anyway. Let's keep it real, honey. We ain't even gonna, ain't nobody. I'm not chasing no basketball players over here. You know what I'm saying? Regular old niggas. Because, maybe that might be the problem, though, honey. Anyway. But it's this cold and hot energy. It's just like, I'm ready, I'm not ready. I'm energetic, I'm ready to get the bag. Can I get the bag with you? Wait, I'm not sure. Wait, how do I do that? Wait, I'm distracted. There's another bitch over here. Wait. All of that. Young, foolish shit, right? In the spiritual blockage area. That's him, that ain't me. I'm too over that shit. Okay. And then the divine message on the spiritual awakening side, and I believe that's, this and the last card, I was intending in the position when I positioned the question was supposed to represent both of us, but I ended up realizing that these were both my energies. Okay. There is no us in the 5D. Okay. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in the 3D, but I feel like there is in the 5D, and that's what this is all about, right? So, I mean, I just know there is. Call me psychic. Hey. Anyway, so on the fifth position, on the spiritual side, from the rebirth, what is the divine message? Okay, so I know that this message is exclusively for me, and it's sad. This is where the sadness comes in. I feel like God in this card is telling me to get it in alignment with God. See how the sword is pointing right at the sun? Practice what you preach. Okay? Get it right with God. Be a seeker of the truth and independent spirit so that I can fly free and be abundant. Free spirit. Look at that. So I can fly free and be abundant. I can have this 10 of Pentacles. This can turn from 8 to 10. I don't need his 2 little chips he holding. He holding back from me. You see how he holding 2 chips? 2 coins? I already got 8. I can multiply that and get past 10. Right? Think about it. All right. More extra loud. Then we have the 11th card, which is the outcome, the final position, which, I had 2 columns like the twin towers, like the twin flames, like the number 11. And this is the center card. So this is 5 on this side, 5 on this side, 11. Okay? So, deception, as per usual. Can we do something new, divine masculine, please? I know this is his energy. It actually represents his sign as a Pisces. It was in the actual first episode, the first read as well. This deception don't never want to go nowhere. It's so annoying. Like, I'm just such an honest person. You see that? I got my whole shit out for the world to see. And don't even give a fuck what the world really thinks about me. But this nigga, excuse me, we're going to say this God right here, he just don't want to be real. He'll rather live in a deceptive mode. Just say he's a Decepticon. That's what we're going to call him. The Decepticon, divine, masculine. Decepticon, masculine. That's who he is. With his extensive lies and self-deception and shit. I'm not with it anymore. Right? So we can have all of this love in the 5D. We could be like, can you stand the rain? All in the 5D. But in the 3D, it's like, what? Bitch, please. What do you think this is? Anybody got no time for that? No. That emotional instability, all of that shit that the deceptive lies and the illusions come with, making divine feminine feel like there's something to wait on, making divine feminine weak with the lies, making divine feminine feel like, she cannot move forward without you. She can't even follow her dreams without you. Yeah. None of that. So like I said, I'm not going to, because I got some other reads to do tonight, many other reads to do tonight. Get your personals, y'all, while I'm cheap. Okay? That is $111. But I got a little special for y'all. Since you watched the whole video, it's 50% off until the end of this month. Only the people that were dedicated to watching this video will know that. All right, I love you. You'll see this. You get to the description and you'll see how to contact me and follow, subscribe. In other words, so you can hit the little bell button and all of that, and just get these notifications, especially for the Tower 2 Ascension. It's gonna be a whole movie one day. I swear to you, this shit is yeah. Because I'm gonna start, we're gonna start. Watch what you see the next design spread is going to be. It's going to tell a whole story. Because there's some other people in the mix. I got some other options we can evaluate. And we're gonna do that on the next episode. Love y'all. Peace. Namaste. Thank you for being nosy and wanting to inquire about my life. I love you. Bye.